When 11 ABA teams exist in 1976, the NBA chooses only 4 to absorb: Denver Nuggets, Indiana Pacers, New York Nets, and San Antonio Spurs. This merger changes basketball forever because the ABA, while smaller, injects new rules, styles, and talent directly into the league. At the time, the NBA has 18 franchises, so expansion to 22 means nearly a quarter of the league now carries ABA DNA. The ABA, founded in 1967, creates its own flair by using a red, white, and blue basketball and introducing the three-point line. 10 seasons in, about 30% of ABA players eventually join the NBA and reshape its style. That number matters because by the late 1970s, ABA alumni account for a huge share of scoring, rebounding, and sheer entertainment value in the league. The first major contribution is the three-point shot. In the NBA's traditional game, most scoring happens near the basket. But in the ABA, long-distance shooting already forces defenses to stretch, creating open driving lanes and higher scores. When the NBA officially adopts the three-pointer in 1979, it owes the idea directly to the ABA. Within a decade, Larry Bird hits 82 three-pointers in 1985, and by the 21st century, Stephen Curry turns it into the most efficient offensive weapon in basketball. Without the ABA's experiment, the league never develops into today's perimeter-focused spectacle. The second key factor is star power. Julius Erving, known as Dr. J, dominates the ABA with 28.7 points per game in 1973 and brings his aerial artistry to the NBA after the merger. He popularizes above-the-rim play and inspires future stars like Michael Jordan. Meanwhile, George Gervin, the Iceman, scores a league-high 33.1 points per game in 1979 for San Antonio, another former ABA squad. These players prove that the marketability of spectacular one-on-one play connects with fans, driving attendance and television ratings higher. Franchises themselves also impact the league's shape. The Denver Nuggets, who average over 115 points per game in the ABA's final season, enter as an offensive powerhouse. The Indiana Pacers bring a fan base that already celebrates 3 ABA championships in 1970, 1972, and 1973, embedding small market legitimacy into the NBA. San Antonio Spurs, built on Gervin's scoring, survive financial uncertainty to become one of the NBA's most stable and successful franchises in later decades. Even the New York Nets, though forced to sell Julius Erving to the Philadelphia 76ers after entering the NBA, begin a lineage that eventually evolves into today's Brooklyn Nets. Economics also play a role in why the ABA takeover reshapes the NBA. Teams like Kentucky Colonels and Spirits of St. Louis do not join the NBA. Instead, the Spirits owners negotiate a deal for a share of future NBA television revenue. This unusual contract pays out for almost 4 decades, earning them hundreds of millions of dollars, proof of how valuable television growth becomes with ABA talent spicing up the league. Meanwhile, the style itself changes because of the way the ABA emphasizes flash. Slam dunk contests debut in the 1976 ABA All-Star Game when rookie David Thompson challenges Dr. J. A year later, when the NBA absorbs ABA culture, it uses dunk contests as centerpieces of its own All-Star weekends. Therefore, the merger gives the league not only new players but also a new language of entertainment that makes basketball a nationally beloved spectacle. Even structurally, the NBA must adapt. In the old NBA, teams focus heavily on set plays and slower half-court offenses. By adopting ABA players and their fast tempo, the average NBA team now increases possessions per game and overall scoring. For example, between 1976 and 1980, average team scoring climbs above 108 points per game. Fans embrace this faster, looser style after years of complaints that the NBA game looks stagnant and overly physical. The cultural influence grows larger than the box score. The ABA prioritizes individuality, from colorful uniforms to flashy nicknames. This energy matches the growing American appetite for entertainment in the sports industry during the 1970s. After the merger, the NBA begins marketing stars instead of just teams: Dr. J, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, so a more personality-driven league emerges. Because of those shifts, television contracts explode in value during the 1980s. Therefore, when people say the ABA took over the NBA, they mean far more than 4 teams crossing the line. In terms of innovations like the three-pointer, iconic players such as Dr. J and Gervin, exciting entertainment like the dunk contest, and stylistic shifts to faster play, the NBA absorbs the ABA's soul and energy. The smaller league survives only 9 full seasons, but its fingerprints cover modern basketball entirely. By the time Magic Johnson's Lakers and Larry Bird's Celtics revived the NBA in the 1980s, the stage has already been set by ABA alumni and innovations. Decades later, the San Antonio Spurs, once a small-market ABA survivor, win 5 championships and establish global player pipelines. The ABA may have folded, but in every three-pointer, every fast break, and every slam dunk contest cheer, its influence lives on.